Hello, everybody. Can you hear me and see me? Good afternoon. Okay, cool. Cool. Linda, I still have to email you back. Okay. Message for Gracie on her 12th birthday and a song. Message for Gracie on her 12th birthday. Her specialty is going to be taking one brick and making it into whatever kind of masterpiece she wants. So I guess I would say the birthday message is to master the art of how important it is to lay each brick properly, because that's how she's going to build. Stand by Rascal Flatts is the song. Will S have his surgery before or after vacation? Before? After. I feel like after. I almost feel like something falls through before, or the timing doesn't work before. Because it's like it works for one of us but not both of us, like S and or the medical timing. I feel after. Anything from Spirit. Got a hair fly in my eye. I guess I want to say, like, be aware, like, not in a bad way, but be aware of something coming that is good, that if you're not looking up, you might miss it. Oh, yeah. King of Swords in reverse. If you're not looking up, you might miss the view. You're about to get some kind of answer of a next step of a plan, but if you're not looking up, you won't see it. Any messages for Claire? It feels like there needs to be an awareness around potential suppressing of emotions because of a shadow that's risen to the surface. It's kind of giving the only way out is through. Need to feel it to heal it. Am I going to have issues with Laura as my new boss? It feels like this is someone who wants other people to need them or wants to feel important. The Emperor to Nine of Pentacles is like, oh, you need me. But like Strength in reverse, I want to make you know you need me. I want to make you feel like you can't do it without me. And I feel like that's going to rub you the wrong way because you've been there longer, because you're saying new boss. So that person would be more new than you. I feel like it's going to be frustrating is the word that I want to use. Our dad and his mom narcissistic too. The way they've each other treated me since my birthday has been wild. My dad hasn't reached out to me since, and grandma has to be right about not wishing me happy birthday. It's coming from the wife though. It's like she's very committed to getting everyone locked in and you locked out. And see, it's like you running with the light there. And the house that they're trying to hide in is getting hit by lightning. So maybe that's not the best idea. I feel like it's really coming from like him not wanting to have problems with the wife, and then it feels like the mom like stirs the pot more because she gets some kind of element of control over him out of it too. It's weird. But it's like all coming from the wife. Can you please ask my mom for a message from my daughter, Jaden, and a song? Wake Up Sleeper by Austin French is the song. It caught my attention because it says something about promising a brand new life. Thank You for Loving Me by Bon Jovi. The thing I loved most about our time together. Some memories are so powerful they echo forever. The thing I loved most about our time together was the connection that never faded even after death. I feel like this is more of a confirmation. Like, yes, that was me. Oh, the magician. Yes, that was me. She said what she said. Four of Pentacles at home, maybe a sign that was received at home. She's coming through to confirm, yes, that was me. Will something big? I feel lucky lately. Will you win something big? The Fool. I feel like the luck comes from a shift in mindset and something you do differently as opposed to like a windfall coming in from the lottery or something. I feel like it's a change in mindset that also aligns with external wealth or like a alleviation of a debt or something like that. Messages and a token. It's a lantern with number 9. And it's almost the 9th, right? 5th. Was that Tuesday? So in between now and Tuesday, you're going to recognize a burden that you're carrying is not actually your burden, and you're going to put it down and start to feel a little better. This feels like mindset. A shift in mindset comes first. What really was the reason my dogs fought so intensely? The burden was that one locked the other out from something that they wanted. This is like you took my toy or something, or you took something or ate something or something like that. It just feels like something one really wanted that the other took. It just kind of feels like that. 5 of Pentacles is locked out and the 10 of Wands is the burden. Message from Sean. Message from Sean. My cat was on my desk this morning. What I want you to remember about me is the way we made each other feel. The way we made each other feel. You fought through something at that time. Like one of the ways you fought through feelings then is a way that you need to fight through some kind of feeling now. Because King of Hearts is King of Cups. So it's like you use that emotional intelligence to solve a hurdle now. My mouse. Luna, hey. Hacking my cords. R's energy towards G right now. Trying to heal from some kind of, this kind of feels like a blow up. 5 of Swords and the Devil is like our shadows clashed. And now 10 of Swords in reverse is first. So there's like an intention to heal, but there's also pain there. My dogs are home while I'm at work. One has bad separation anxiety. We just started meds for her. Will that work? Who are the orbs I see through the dog cam? It has potential to work with time. I feel like it may be triggered because of like recent moving around and stuff. So I feel like it'll lessen. but I don't think it's going to all the way go away. I think it's just going to present in a more calm way, if that makes sense. Who are the orbs you see? Knight of Swords in reverse is like a residual message. And the Magician would be the orbs. It feels like an energy attached to the environment. Well, my dogs know we are coming back from vacay in October. I hate leaving them because I think they think we aren't coming back. Okay, so Eight of Swords and Hanged Man both reversed kind of makes me want to say to you, they're not viewing time in the same way that you are. Like for them, they're like, oh, you're here. And then I feel like what this says is it's not long enough of a time. Like it's not like months or years where they're registering it as very much longer than a work day, or you know what I mean? Like obviously a little longer, but I don't think it's as maybe traumatic for them as you're fearing is what I'm saying. Like the time, like how they're understanding the time frame. The moon, I feel like they may be a little bit like, okay, what the heck? It feels like it's getting a little long, but I think they'll be fine. One more and then back to the other list. What will eventually happen with Dad's wife trying to push me out? I'm no longer fawning and reaching out like I did in the past. Any karma? I mean, this feels like the answer is from her perspective. She still doesn't learn a lesson. But Page of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Wands is like her playing the victim and being like, oh, well, you don't want to talk to us anymore. What did we ever do to you? And it's like, well, you turned the Ten of Pentacles upside down. What do you mean? I feel like it's just kind of boiling frustration. And I kind of feel like the more you pull your energy back, the more they let you, because no one feels like dealing with her, unfortunately. Any karma? I feel like eventually the toll that it takes on your dad starts to get the wife to be like, oh, I think I messed up here. So it's not good that it gets to that or it takes that, but that's what that looks like. Piers, there's another round of layoffs for my company. I don't think I'm in on the list. But should I take this as a sign to find something else? I don't think I'm on the list. Yes, you should. I feel like it's because you're saying another, and I have the Six of Wands there that flipped over too. You're saying another. I kind of feel like this is waves that are going to continue, and this is like self-defense. You might not be on this round, but there might be another one right after it, and it's like another wave of like, okay, now I have to worry again. I feel like it's safer to have a backup, or at least to get that process underway. Did my mom see what we did for my grandfather's 94th birthday? I'm hearing to look up the numerology of what 94 means. I don't know in my brain, but that's... You put down some kind of wall, like you broke through a wall of emotions, like Kool-Aid Man through the wall of emotions, locked out, but two opposing forces working together knocked down the wall. It's giving Kool-Aid Man. And this is like growing through hard times. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like you brought the light in through the wall. So I would say yes. Anything from my late husband? Ooh. Where did it go? What comes next is going to bring new clarity and understanding. I never got to tell you that this isn't goodbye, only a pause. You've Got a Friend by James Taylor and 100 Years by Five for Fighting. He's leading you towards some kind of realization that's going to help you put down a burden. Going into something better because of a release of some kind of pain so that you can walk away from what wasn't serving you. It's like you have 7 of these cups and he's about to show you what's in the 8th one, if that makes sense. Because you've climbed all the stairs to get it, the right perspective. Message from Dad and Mom. Message from Dad and Mom. Oh, a DNA strand. I feel like that one wanted to come out too. The decision you're struggling with is leading you exactly where you need to be. I wish I could tell you that I send love every time you think of me. It feels like it's your dad saying about the decision. Because the Queen is the mom. So the decision is leading you exactly where you need to be. You're showing up as the version of you that the past version of you needed you to be. So make your decision based off of that perspective. Are there any messages from my grandparents on my dad's side? They both passed away recently. Grandparents. Oh. P.S. I am so proud of you. You don't hear it enough, but I need you to know I am proud of you. I see how far you've come, even when you don't. Save You a Seat by Alex Warren. You don't need proof to feel what's already real. Best friends forever in the little locket there. And the 2 of Cups, 2 of Hearts. So it feels like that's a message of them being together. Because you're saying they. It feels like there's someone that's struggling with his passing. And I feel like there's some fear around, like, is he okay? And he's using the word, like, rebuilding. Like, I'm rebuilding all of my pieces. Like, she's helping me rebuild all of my pieces, whichever one passed first. So one is helping the other rebuild all of their pieces. Advice for me on how to navigate everything at work. It's like going into a situation knowing that they want to misunderstand you or they want to clash with you. You have like one solid point or perspective or something, like an evidential piece of a point or something. That's your golden ticket. That's going to get you what you need. Because it's like they want to misunderstand you, but they can't because of that one piece. That was my cat jumping on my lap. Why does Mark at work feel the need to be horrible? A lack mindset and immaturity and avoidance. It's like I'm not happy and I'm making it everybody else's problem. A message for Cindy as she starts her new life. It's time to heal. It's time to feel, and it's time to do what you want. I feel like learning something new will help her with grounding, because at times the freedom may feel overwhelming, or like the new chapter may feel overwhelming, but some kind of learning will help her stay grounded. Is the house I've just viewed today the one for me? I feel like there's one you're going to see that's going to be really good competition for this one. This one might be like a runner-up or number 3 on your list, but I don't think you're going to be your main choice after you see one that you haven't seen yet. I think there's going to be one that you like more. Maybe 2, but at least 1. Has my sister been talking to the rest of the family, spinning stuff about me? It's giving highlighting your flaws, like, or where's that word? Exasperating? When you make something a lot bigger than it is, or like you add dramatics to it, it feels like that. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups upright. It's like you were looked at with grace and somebody got mad about it. Should I try to buy the camp I see online, and will it go lower in cost? Should I try to buy the camp? I don't think you should jump on it quickly. I think it's something you should think and wait on and look for other options. And I feel like when you look for other options, you're going to find something that's better. Will it go lower in cost? I don't think so. Ace of Swords, 4 of Pentacles is like this data is set. It's locked in. Did I make the right decision letting Jose take Gio? Was his help with his situation genuine? Did you make the right decision? Yes. Genuine. Yeah. Getting you out of a bad situation and getting you into a better one is the intention. So I would say yes. Thank you. Message from my brother, Angelo. Message from my brother. Okay, I feel like this is his picture of you two. That's what he wants from this card. Reason Why by Ron Pope. And then this has the little arrow you're moving toward. And then these are old people in reverse. So he's like painting the picture of him helping you renew your youth in some way. Not like, this is like a youthful mindset, like looking at the possibilities and potential again. You're moving toward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Real clarity about what truly matters. He's helping you see something to lock in on that's going to be like your reason why. He's helping you find your reason why because you were his reason why. Was the 15-year-old girl Bailey missing in Idaho abducted or ran away? She was found in Williston. Abducted. Ran away. It's a weird situation. It's like either ran away with like, but enticed by someone I trusted, or tried to get away, either went somewhere with someone I trusted that I shouldn't have trusted, or I was trying to get away from something that I couldn't trust and ended up in a situation. It's one of them. I would need to look into it more, but it feels like one of them. It's not as simple as that, I don't think. There's another individual involved, but I can't tell if she's going with them or trying to get away from them. Is Kieran seeing Alexis and not telling me as I don't approve? I don't think you would be pleased with the answer. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, the answer. I don't think you'd be pleased with the answer. I think that means yes, to some degree. But Ace of Pentacles, it feels new, like it's just taken a different vibe. Message for this month. 19 months. I've had to open that one. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're going to figure out which cup to take off the wall and start to focus on. Let yourself fully invest in it. Not to the point it becomes a burden, but to the point where, see how these are all different colored lights in cups, and then here it's like on his head? Ignore that this is the burden card. We're just looking at pictures. You pick which cup off the wall to focus on, and then it becomes all these lights in your crown chakra. So your focus this month is going to have some kind of ripple effect. And the song just had something about moving so fast. Constantly seeing repeating numbers, even waking up in the middle of the night at 333. You're learning something, how to trust yourself, so you can go from the knight to the king. You're unlocking something root chakra. So it's like root chakra has a lot to do with, do you really trust yourself to stand on your own 2 feet, or are you still looking for something externally? So you looking and seeing signs externally and then being like, oh, that's a sign of something within, is you passing the test, because you're not looking for external proof. You're getting the proof and looking internally, if that makes sense. So something with root chakra alignment. What do my guides say about how I've been posting on socials this week? Glow and grow. You're showing up in a very, it's like a paint by numbers. Like, it's not that you're just showing up and winging it. Like, you've put thought into how you want to show up and you're doing a good job at it. I would say the only thing they would say is there's more tools in your arsenal that you could use that you're not all the way utilizing yet. Where'd my screen go? There we go. Why does this do this? Message from guides with token. Alarm clock, number 20. So when's the 20th? 20th is 2 weeks from tomorrow. So within the next 2 weeks, you're supposed to be figuring out how you want to wield your sword in a certain situation. It's like speaking things into existence. You're very close to anchoring in whatever this King of Pentacles in reverse is, some kind of manifestation, but there's a decision being made through communication that's important. Like how you communicate or how you show up for yourself in communicative settings. Situations, not settings. Will I get the full-time job, and will I increase my income? Yeah. So yes, but Six of Pentacles doesn't all the way convince me it's going to be the one that you're talking about when you say the full-time job. Like, I feel like this is getting a full-time job. Four of Swords in reverse, though, makes me feel like it's not this one, but the next one potentially that you apply for. Or if it is, there may be some kind of delay, because Four of Swords is like a resurrection after. So I feel like you're getting something soon that's going to increase your income, but it might not be that first option. It could be, but it might not be. Feel more like likely it's not. I feel like I keep looking for an answer or reassurance or a solution with this family shit. Is there anything else there? Six of Swords is like pulling your energy into your own little portal here. Like, okay, if I'm not going to be appreciated over here in the dark, I'm going to come over here and make my own stars. Four of Swords is like kind of putting something to bed until other people are ready to act like adults. And Eight of Cups, again, it's like all of these energies, all of these cards are like a different reason for you kind of pulling your energy back and letting things be what they are for now. I feel like it's that way because, yeah, Ace of Pentacles, a different approach. You're you're dealing with people who aren't realizing, and even if they realize, probably wouldn't be emotionally mature enough to appreciate the impact it's having on you. Is never being married yet some kind of karma from a past life? Protecting your heart. Interesting, because that's a little skull head kind of in there. And it's like in the little turny things because it's on its side. Seven of Wands is protection, and Eight of Swords in reverse is freedom. So it feels like you were like hurt in a way where whatever your external life was fell apart. But this is protection. So you didn't do the hurting, you got hurt. And now there's this need to reprogram, I guess, the heart space when it comes to feeling safe to receive. Because it feels like you had to block that off because whoever this guy was hurt you real bad. And that is still replaying in your subconscious. Your subconscious only knows you. So you have to reprogram that belief that it's not safe to love or be loved. All right, let me get my mouse. Okay, there we go. How did Timothy feel about my birthday message sent to him and a song? Want To by Sugarland. It almost feels like this is someone who may be a little bit avoidant of their birthday. Like they might be someone who's like, oh, don't pay attention to my birthday, but like they appreciate that you do, but at the same time, maybe they're not very good at receiving. So I feel like this was the energy of like, oh, this is really nice, but like I need to not all the way feel it. I need to turn down the feeling part of it. Because I feel like it was something thoughtful, which would invoke feelings. My friend Kate, am I just an option for her, or is she a true friend? Convenience. But I don't think it's like a you thing. Like, I don't think she's like, oh, you're convenience and everyone else is true friends. I think the way that she has learned friendship is convenience. And I think that you see through the performance of a little bit of competitiveness, and you're like, it's not enough to be like, you're competing with me, but it's enough to be like, your energy says that you're low key competing with me. But like Six of Swords, it's not, it's like, it's always over there. It's never like right here in your face. That's because it's not directed at you. It's like, that's how this person has learned. That's what friendship is to them. There's always been that for them. What does my aunt think about us selling her house? I almost feel like she's, at first with these two, I was like, oh, probably not too thrilled. But then this took me a whole different way, and this confirmed. So it's like, did something bad happen there? It's almost like she's happy to get it off of her energy hands. Like she's like, yeah, do that. Either that, or maybe it was causing someone in the family stress. But this is like, yup, cut that cord. I feel like happy about it. Like she'd be happy about it. What is coming for me at work? I feel something, but not sure what it is. Kind of feels like a shifting of responsibilities. Like it would be like either you have shifted responsibilities, but the pay stays the same, or you get more responsibilities, but the pay stays the same. It feels like something like that, where it's like almost like a trial period for something. It feels like you're frustrated by it, though. Like you end up frustrated by it. Messages from my mom and a token. A seashell with number 62. Seashell. You see that, right? Seashell, sandcastle. I take it she likes the beach or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's something you need to let go of because you deserve peace, not punishment. Like sitting on the beach and just hearing the waves and you deserve peace, not punishment. But peace requires your action. There's something that needs to be let go of. And when you action that, you'll realize how heavy this burden actually was. And 8 of Wands in reverse is like a delay. So the heaviness of the burden has been making it harder for you to walk up the mountain. When you put it down, it'll be easier. Let It Go is on the balloon, and Don't Blink by Kenny Chesney. Where's my mouse? Message from my spirit team. You're not being punished. Things are being brought to the surface so you can figure out which ones you still align with. It's not a test and you're not going backwards. It's simply like, hey, Deb, is this you or no? And you say yes or no, and then you move to the next one. It feels like you're feeling like it's backtracking, but it's actually slingshotting you. Will Brad make contact? Should I reach out or let it be? I feel like eventually he'll reach out. I feel like you should let it be for now because it looks like he's going straight into some kind of dark night of the soul or some kind of rebirth that's necessary. And like if you step in, it may repeat the cycle where he has to go through that anyway, but you also get hurt in the process as he works his way back around to that point, right? So I feel like eventually you'll know when it's, but I don't think you should wait around for that contact. This is like your paths are splitting right now, and who you end up on the other side of it will determine if you even still want that contact or not. Where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. Nope. Okay. Is my new medicine shot going to help me like I hope it will? It like helps for some time and then your body adjusts to it. This is it helping for some time, and then this was the burden, and I said, what's that? And then I got Ace of Wands. It's like it coming back in. So it feels like you may have to make some adjustments with dosage and stuff until you find the dosage that works. And it may be something that doesn't work as well forever, but does help to alleviate a portion of it. Like learn tarot with? Probably none of them that I have out right now. I am working on something. I'm working on a blueprint regular tarot deck, but I would say if you're learning tarot, learn with the original Rider-Waite. That would be my suggestion. Message from my spirit guides and a token. What is that? Oh, it's a raven. It's making me think of Evermore by Shakespeare. Something that didn't work out for you was so that you could see action that you wouldn't have seen if you were complacent in a situation that you thought you needed or wanted. So you're about to see what other options are available after something didn't work out. What advice will serve me today from Guardian Angel Othaniel? Othaniel. Am I saying that right? Othaniel. It's okay to change your mind on things. It's okay to show up exactly as you are right now without any loyalty to past versions of yourself that you've outgrown. You don't need to compare who you're showing up as in the moment to who you were yesterday or last week or a year ago. And you don't need to try and explain the difference between why you were that way then and this way now. You can just show up as you, and you don't owe anyone any explanation, not even yourself, not unless you want to give one. Feels like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Go back to this list. 14 or 24? 14. Okay. I'm going to do like 5 of these and then go back. Will my son be okay for the next 3 years? There's a healing transformation occurring. There's going to be a lot of hard times from the healing transformation is what is not me. What do I need to let go of? What mindset doesn't serve me? So that's not going to be easy, but it is going to be helping him be more and more okay each time he makes a decision or each time he takes one of those steps forward. So it feels like there's transformation through healing and disengaging with things that are not in alignment. Thank you. Let's one of these. We often only meet our true selves on the other side of madness. If you truly want to grow, heal, and evolve, you have to let go of wanting to be liked. I feel like this kind of goes with the other message I was giving Linda. You don't need to explain to anyone who you show up as because that's the person you're growing into. Why did I all of a sudden feel dizzy like the room was moving when talking with my coworker about the boundaries I set with my dad? That's your nervous system. King of sending out the signals when you're choosing a different path that you wouldn't choose when you were not healed. Like when you were in a state of survival, you wouldn't be able to make the choices that you're making right now. You're showing up differently, and that your nervous system is like, what's that? We're not used to that. What's that? Your body will physically feel that. That's your nervous system responding. And that shows you how impactful what we hold in actually is, because you're not holding it in and your body is literally like frantically shaking, right? Like dizzy. Like dizzy is when I feel like your brain is like spinned. So that's the impact that what you were holding on to before was having, that you're now not holding on to anymore. I had a dream about my deceased dad last week. Was he trying to tell me something? He's trying to show you what you made it out of because you're not giving yourself enough credit. But I almost feel like the dream may have startled you a little bit, or you may have been like, wait, what the heck? Because the perspective that he was trying to show you was almost like, look at this, like look at it from the inside out, like give yourself more credit. Look what you overcame. And I feel like for a minute you were like, wait a minute, am I missing something from that experience? It wasn't that you were missing anything other than giving yourself the credit for making it out of it with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Because I feel like giving yourself that credit puts you in the mindset to receive, because you're like, oh, I am worthy of receiving. I did that. And that's needed for whatever the next step is. Something you need to know about the past is 1, 2, 3, 4. Some things were left unresolved, but it's okay now to let go. It's like you still feel like you're in the battle, and he's like, we're packing the bags now. Never Gonna Let You Down by Colby Kelly. He will always point out to you the masks that people wear, so you never have to go back into that same battle. Make like a code word with him or something. New member, thank you. Don't allow loneliness to make you reconnect with toxic people. We don't drink poison just because we're thirsty. I feel like this is showing up as mindset for you. There's like a past mindset that keeps knocking on the door, and you keep saying, I'm not opening it. And I feel like this is more acknowledgement to keep doing that. It's actually making a difference, more so than you may realize. Oh, thank you, Linda. One of these for you too. I appreciate you. The higher you vibe, the more you shape your environment. The lower you vibe, the more your environment shapes you. So this community helps everyone shape the environment instead of vice versa. I like that. You all do that for each other. I'm at least grateful that I've broken cycles for when I make my own family. Insight to when I'll meet new friends or who I'm going to marry. Yeah, you learned what you didn't want so that you don't ever repeat it. So that, I feel like, is just confirming what you said. I feel like it's going to be some time with the Tower. It's almost like there's something that you're meant to not look back on and feel like you have to share any of it with anyone. Like, I feel like it's what you're building for your business right now. There's some kind of breakthrough. And then it's like after the breakthrough is when these things start to come in, because you're not meant to look back later and be like, oh, I finally got the breakthrough when so-and-so came into my life. After not having support for that long, I finally had this person and then I got the breakthrough. It's like your spirit team's like, we've held on this long. Might as well just hold on a little longer until you realize that your earnings are yours. High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. Thank you so much. Let's get a line for you. This is where you also might experience projection. You see parts of yourselves in others that you haven't accepted yet. What annoys you, what hurts you, what you judge, it's all pointing you inward. These moments are mirrors, but they don't feel like that at first. They feel like proof that something is wrong with the world or something is wrong with you. You may try to isolate. You may feel rejected or invisible. I feel like this is coming through to tell you to not hide when others project onto you. Others' projections are proof of your growth because they're trying to reach you at a frequency you no longer reside at. Posting on socials feels freeing and not daunting now. I can alchemize my trauma here. Any opportunities coming down the pipeline? It feels like there's this crawling out of, like, almost like clawing yourself up out of this hole. And it's like in that process, Three of Wands is waiting for those opportunities to come in, but I feel like it comes after the climb, after the claw. And Lovers in reverse kind of feels like it comes when you feel like you're at the edge of something. Like, okay, I've waited so long. Where is it? It's like that's when it comes, because there's some lesson or some experience in the buildup that's still needed. All right, let me go down here. Yeah, I started a little early. I had to run to get my phone fixed and my whole schedule got thrown off. But I'll be back to normal schedule next week. Today was Gavin's first day of school. Will any of the O'Keefe's family lawsuits against the Bars and Karen go in their favor, or will they all be dismissed? I feel like it's at least the first wave of them getting dismissed or not going anywhere, but I feel like they try again or something. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse, like manipulation from a different angle. I feel like not at first, but there's a second attempt. But I know they can't do it for the same thing, so it's like we try to hit them at a different angle. Will my son's sentencing change next week? If so, for the good. Will it change next week? I feel like there's some kind of delay or some kind of like lack of change, because the Star in reverse and Magician kind of gives me the energy of it's very dark, but I still see a glimmer of hope. But Knight of Wands in reverse, the hope is not, the glimmer's not in my hand. I have to go get it. It feels like there's some frustration here. Hanged Man in reverse. What is this? It's backwards. Four of Swords. I feel like there's going to be a need to try a second time or something like that. Current energy of Wendy's teenage sons now that their uncle and grandmother have been convicted. And their mother may be arrested soon. I mean, it feels like there's a lot of heavy avoidance because there's this realization of something that's been a long time coming, but like now it's here. So I feel like that switch has been flipped and they just don't know how to process it. It feels like there's this energy of scrambling now with the realization that worst case scenario is more likely than they feared it being. So I feel like their mindset now is like, okay, let's anticipate worst case scenario, aka mother and everyone else. And what do we do if that happens? I feel like that's their mindset right now. In like a panic, but not an emotional panic because they're numb. I'm getting nothing from Pete. I won't chase him, but he's not making any attempts to communicate also. That I have a prankster visit from the other side yesterday. Not getting anything from him. There's a little bit of intimidation. And I feel like it has a lot to do with your emotional intelligence and him being like, okay, this is going to cause me to grow. And that is kind of triggering this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like, am I really ready for a commitment? Am I ready for a commitment where I'm going to be seen and I'm going to grow? And I feel like he's scared. Did I have a prankster visit me? The Magician, Queen of Swords. You have a grandmother. That would be like jokey. It doesn't feel like bad. It just feels like someone was trying to maybe improve your internal dialogue, like put a cog in the wheel in your internal dialogue to redirect it. Message from my guides. Something didn't work out, but it was a lesson that you needed. It was giving you a vital piece of data that you wouldn't have had if that thing would have went the way. How do I word that? It's like spirit put something in your mind and you're like, oh, I really want that. And then it didn't work out. But the reason you wanted it was because spirit wanted you to want it so you could have the lesson attached to it. So you're about to realize that that wasn't actually what you wanted and that there's something better. Energies around me right now. Will I sell my house soon? Energies around me right now. I don't think you're going to sell it as soon as you'd like. 8 of Swords with 4 of Pentacles, and there's like a lock on the door. Is there something that needs to be improved that would help it sell better? Or maybe like a different means of marketing? Or maybe the realtor is not advertising to the right like group or something. I don't know. There's some kind of delay caused that is avoidable. There's a delay in the sell that would be avoidable if a different approach was taken to this one piece. Is there a message from my dad? Is he okay? Is there a message from my dad? I want you to open your heart to the people that want to love you. It feels like you're asking if he's okay because you can't really feel or hear him as much as you could previously. And it feels like that's because you might not be in receive mode. You may be stuck in like over giving. And there's a need to heal. It's like you're feeling like you need something outside of you to be okay right now. And I almost feel like he's a little distant energetically because he's trying to show you don't need anything outside of you. And the way that you connect best is going in the quiet within. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. You can do it. Amazing Grace by Elvis Presley. Is there a message for me related to work contract and continued employment where I am? It feels like there's heavy competition for not that many spots. And it feels like there's a need to... I don't know, I guess I'd say take a different approach than the others are taking to get one of these spots. Like not trying to, like letting the results speak for themselves, I guess I'd say. It just feels like there's this funnel of like less spots and more people that need to be kind of filtered, I guess. What does that mean for you? A burden. A secret burden. I feel like you end up okay, but people around you go through this weird process. I don't know how that translates, but it almost feels like you might feel like some guilt. It feels like that 10 of Wands is like a burden of like, okay, it kind of stinks for them, not as much for me, but I'm witnessing it. I don't know if that makes sense. How is the rest of the year going to be financially? It feels like it doesn't get worse, and that's you're like, okay, I'll take that. Like it doesn't necessarily get better, but it doesn't get worse. And I feel like getting worse or harder is what you fear. So it feels like a win, but you end up changing something going into the next year. I've overcome a lot of hurdles regarding money. Will my financial situation improve? Now you realize that your mindset regarding lack has an impact on what goes on externally. So this is internal, this is external. Now you can be the bridge. 9 of Wands in reverse. Now that bridge isn't blocked. Now you can allow your abundance mindset to filter externally. So as long as you don't manifest your fears instead of opportunities by focusing on fears instead of opportunities, I feel like you've made a lot of progress. So there's high potential for it to improve. Message for the weekend and a song or a token. Head Start by Lucidius. Head Start. Oh. I think you're just done. I think you're just done taking people's crap. This is like, if you feel like speaking your mind, instead of putting the burden on you to try and figure out how to hold that back, just find a way to say it the best way that suits the situation. Like, trust your emotional intelligence, but don't keep putting the burden on yourself of silence or holding back. Yeah, 10 of Wands. I split 2. That's the burden. 9 of Wands in reverse, vulnerability, even if it makes you feel a little bit vulnerable. Thank God by Kane Brown. I think that's your husband. Thank God. That's what I wanted you to tell her. Oh, message from X. Will my landlord turn up at my door on Monday? Is it possible that they'll leave something on the door or knock but be willing to go away? It's like you don't end up interacting with them, I don't think. But maybe there's like a note left, or maybe there's an attempt to knock. How soon will AI take my job? Oh, wait, was that you with the job question that I answered earlier? If so, that kind of makes sense. I feel like within the next year, they're going to start replacing some of the positions. Like, I'm not talking like people, like I'm talking like this department is now AI. Like, it feels like that within the next year. How soon will AI take your job, though? I almost feel like they're going to need you still to work with the AI. Like, there'll still be some kind of role for you for a while. Starting my second job next week. Will this get me into a better financial position? Is there anything I need to know? It will, but it feels like it's going to be draining for you at the same time. So don't let it drain you to the point where then you start not being able to do the other things, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm doing good over here, but everything else is falling apart. I feel like it's something like it's like grounding stress. Like, maybe you feel like you don't all the way want to be there when you're there or something. So it kind of feels like there's a need to almost make it into something that's enjoyable, so it doesn't put you back into a lack mindset. I feel like that's what you need to know. It's all mindset that's going to determine if you stay in abundance or go back into lack. Will I find my partner before the start of 2027, as I know that I no longer know what I no longer accept in a partner? I wouldn't say before 20 or at the start of 2027. Maybe within like 2 years of that, year or two of that, but I wouldn't lock it down into a time frame. I feel like King of Cups in reverse, it's like you might be ready, but that person's getting ready for you still. This feels like someone specific. I would add at least a year or two to that time frame. What lesson is my soul asking to integrate, and what rituals and practices will expand my spiritual growth? Balancing out how you care for yourself when things aren't going the way that is like almost like on the tracks. Like, you like to have tracks set and then go around in on the circle of them. So when you get pushed off the tracks, does it make your self-care fall behind? Does it make your internal dialogue switch channels? Like, those things that seem like kind of inconsequential but are actual bigger things. It feels like that's the practice of being mindful of those things. One more and then back to the other list. What am I working through in my sleep? What am I working through in my sleep? Other people's projections telling you that it's not going to work out in some way, something you want to build. It's like you're replaying different scenes of when you were made to feel unworthy through other people's projections so that you can realize that they were not in the right with that projection. Like that was a them problem, not a you problem. All right, back to this one. I feel like a message is trying to come through, but I'm not able to hear it. Grandmother or mother or someone. It's like trying to usher you into letting go of something that's blocking your intuition. Like your emotions keep poking you at something and you're like, oh, I'm probably wrong, or it's probably insecurity, or it's probably overthinking. But that's the message that's trying to come through. When you receive and you allow yourself to just sit in the moment, you'll receive the clarity of the message that's trying to come through, and the message that's trying to come through will be a confirmation of what needs to be released, I guess I'd say. What emotional door needs to be opened. Let me see if there's anyone in gay yet. 1:38. He's done at 2:45, so I have to be off at 2:30. Okay, so we have more time. Will people start bidding on my home this month? Will people start bidding? I feel like towards the end of the month, things might start to pick up, but it feels like there's also some kind of lull or some kind of like, okay, come on, let's go. Like it feels like there's that energy at first before it picks up. Will Victor go to rehab and overcome the issues he's currently facing? I feel like within the next 6 to 8 weeks or months, depending on how much the situation has escalated, it feels like there's going to be like a make or break. Like, okay, he's going to realize, okay, this is an issue. It feels like that will likely push him towards wanting to make the decision. I just feel like he struggles to actually go through with it. I don't feel like he goes through with it this time, but I feel like there's higher potential for next time it gets to that point for him to go, which could be within 6 weeks of that. So I would say, what is it? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Between March and May feel very significant timeline-wise. Why do I keep seeing 10-10? Completing a cycle of selling yourself short, I guess I'd say. 9 of Wands in reverse is like wearing my heart on my sleeve, and then 4 of Pentacles is like, and then I get locked out. So I guess I would say completing a cycle of not losing enthusiasm when things don't go the way you thought they would. Message from my spirit guides. It kind of feels like you're overthinking about conversations that people have had with you, trying to find what you could have said differently. And it feels like this is keeping you in this like stronghold. I feel like there's a need to stop replaying past conversations because you can't go back and relive them. And also because these were conversations with people who didn't want to understand you. So there's no way that you could have explained things differently where they could have understood you if their goal was to not understand you. What was Donna Adelson's energy over the top theatrics when the guilty verdict was read for the first degree? She was crying without any tears and stomping her feet like a 5-year-old. Oh, I didn't see that. I gotta see that. What was her energy? The inside of my mind on display. Like I can't keep it in anymore. It's all dumping out. Like here's, I guess I would just say, a complete dropping of the mask. The energy that you saw externally was what the inside of the brain looks like. Let me go to this list. Would it be a better idea for me to stay in the current apartment complex I live in or move to a different one? I almost feel like you've outgrown the energy in this place. And I don't think that means you need to rush to another one, but I think it means it's symbolic when you're ready to go and it falls into place and you don't rush to do it, but you find something and you like it and you have the money and you save the money and whatever. I feel like working towards going to the next place is what puts you in the next chapter, but not doing it in a rush. I feel like to go somewhere else, but not in a hurry because it's the process that like evolves you, I guess. My 12-year-old grandson is having a rough week and missing his dad who passed 2 months ago. Does he have a message for Benji? Is there some kind of coloring book or like art book that you could print out certain pages or create certain pages? Like you can even go and like make coloring books like custom. It's like something that physically he can connect to his dad, but like turn down the active mind. Something like that could be helpful. For some reason, the art pages that are like it's just lines and then the middle of the lines, it's like reverse coloring or something. I don't remember what it's called. It's on TikTok. But you just fill in like the tracing coloring or something like that. Anyway, that's what I was seeing. My Wish, it says happy birthday on it as well. My Wish by Rascal Flatts. My wish for you. If you could feel what I feel now, you'd realize that love is the only thing that ever mattered and that love was always enough. And 10 of Hearts is 10 of Cups. So he's still there with him. I feel like music and some kind of art would really help process emotions that Benji doesn't have the words to articulate yet. Oh, thank you. Let's put this one. One of these for you. It's the title card. Title. It's giving me like you're not wrong for taking the rightful place as main character in your own life. Don't know your worth. Know your worth. Don't ask for it. State it. Confirmation that you're doing the right thing with the situation. Will I sell my house soon? Financial future for 2025. Will I sell my house soon? I think that something falls through and within 9 days you have the offer that you need. So your marker is something that looks like a sure thing and ends up falling through, but you don't stress, and it comes in. Maybe it's 19 days. Something comes in very quickly. Because we do have Ace and the World, so maybe 19 days. But I feel like it's a minute before the first one comes in and doesn't work. I feel like 9 months is a significant marker for this. Financial future. It feels like things improve, but after some kind of cutting away of strings that were holding you back, which could be the house. One more, and then back to the other list. What do my spirit guides want me to know? What was the download around the 8-8 portal I got? That you were out of whatever battle this was. It was like the divine knocked down whatever. It's like, this is giving me those guard towers when they need to keep people away from a building, so they stand up in the tower and they like threaten, don't go close to the building. It's like God knocked down that tower. You wanted to get close to something and you kept not being able to, and now whatever was preventing you from it has been knocked down. What was the time shown on my scan letter? What was the message behind the time shown on my scan letter? It's like a past version of you would recognize this time show, like the time or the meaning behind the numbers of the time has some kind of significance to a past version of you being like, oh, okay, that makes sense, or that comes full circle, or now I don't have to be stuck here anymore mentally. Like, it helps. It's like a piece of the puzzle. One second. Does my late aunt understand now how I felt about her selfishness, and is she happy with what I did for her? I would say that there's definitely been a life review in which it's giving coulda, shoulda, woulda, done things a little bit differently, and boom, I realize that now. Is she happy with what I did for her? I wasn't then, but I see it now. I couldn't see it then because I was in this energy, but I see it now that I have the higher perspective. Message for the week and a token. It's seeds and a shovel. Oh, you can't see that at all. Seeds and a shovel with number 37. Oh, I thought that was the mailman. I think the Echoes decks might be here today or tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. Something that was not in good soil got ripped out so that you could choose better soil to plant it in. And it feels like it was a testing of your confidence, like so you can show yourself what you're made of or remind yourself what you're made of. Should I think about getting a second job to help financially? Do you have time for that? I don't know if you have time or something. Time or energy, or like, is that going to spread you too thin responsibility wise. Not that you shouldn't do it, but I feel like you need to really consider these things, like what is the impact it's going to have on you and your other responsibilities. And if you do decide to do it, what will not battle with that the most? Like, can you do something from home, or something where the schedule suits your other responsibilities and not where it's like, well, maybe I'll make it work. I feel like don't do something where you're like, oh, maybe it'll work in time. It needs to work when you start it for it to work. You know what I mean? Will my health continue to be fine? Will my health continue to be fine? Feels like you're improving from something and it's going to continue to improve. Not that there won't be hiccups, because Two of Swords is reversed. So it's like, I feel like there's something you need to keep an eye on, but it feels like for the time being, that thing that you need to keep an eye on ends up being fine. But you still need to keep an eye on it for some reason. What part role am I playing at work in my group? What is most valued? Leading by example. Yeah, you're the one that people, you lead by example, and you don't try to make people feel dumb if they don't know something about the example that you're showing. So it makes people feel safe to learn and to like mess up in the process of learning. Groomsport, GP or C for my new home? GP or C? I like GP better. Is the other one more expensive, or it's like C is either more expensive or it's harder to find and purchase and get things locked down for the house? Who is most connected with me now from the other side? Who was it that when they passed, you said something to the effect of, it feels like my light has been dimmed, or it feels like my light has been turned out, or it feels like they took a piece of me with them? It's that person. You said something like that about them. It's like that person, almost like you didn't realize exactly how deep, like I feel like you knew how hard their passing was going to hit you, but you didn't realize how deep it was going to hit you. That person, whoever that is. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just finalized book 3 yesterday or the day before. So that one's all in too, finally. So I'm done. All done. my class project is done now. All week I have been losing and misplacing everything. Phone, keys, mail, so many things. What the heck is going on? You're going to be so mad when I say this. You're in the, okay, so because you were in a very intentional energy, it's like when you lost the second thing or misplaced the second thing, you manifested the rest of the misplacing, because you were like, it's going to happen again, and then it happened again. It's almost like you're being shown the power of your intention and the power of your mind so that you can apply that to a different situation. Like, look at what happens when you really focus on something, because after the second thing you were like, if I lose one more thing, and then you lost another thing. Imagine if you apply that to some kind of solution instead. If I find one more solution, try it and see if it works. I'll show you guys Gavin's picture for his school. Hold on. Look how old he looks. So old. That was his first day of school. Mm-mm. Oh, I have to grab a that just reminded me. I have to grab a big box from the post office. I only have medium, so I have to go get a big one so I can send all that. Hold on, I'm trying to see if there's anyone I didn't get yet. Will Stephen, Avery, and Brandon Dassey get their convictions turned around eventually? It's like if something new comes to light, there's more potential, or if something old is viewed in a new way. Because it feels like with what's on the table right now, no. But if something new or something re-looked at happens, then there's potential. But it feels like it's at least a 2-year process. What is the most important crystal for me to get right now? Let's see. I don't really know crystal names, but let's see if we can get some clues. Whatever one would help you with not feeling guilt around rest. Like allowing peace of mind or like calmness of the mind or something like that. Should we be moving into Dad's old house together, or is the neighboring house going to work out? Dad's old house together. Neighboring house. I think the neighboring house. I think that if you move into your dad's all together, it feels like there's like a feeling of being smothered, or a feeling of like always needing to wait, or like feeling like life has been put on pause or like slowed down or something like that. I think the neighboring house would work better. What is going on? What do I need to focus on besides myself? What do you need to focus on? It feels like there's a big change that feels out of your comfort zone and requires the ending of something, like cutting off of something, ending of something, a pivot away from something. It feels like it's like an access point, the moon. It's like an access point to you that needs to be closed, if that makes sense. Go back to this list. Groomsport, Port Voggie, or C. Groomsport doesn't feel as long-term sustainable or as expansive. Page of Wands feels like this, or P feels like the seed of potential that can really turn into something, but it's going to take a little work. And C feels like it feels like the least growth out of the three. There's a lot of anger coming up for me. How do I channel that? Knowledge. Knight of Wands is reversed. So it's like you've tried channeling this creatively before, and it almost feels like you're not accessing the depth of it that way. because like this is making me think of how we know so much about space but not as much about the water, and like there's anyway, so it just feels like in order to get to the true depth of it, there's something that you need to learn that goes hand in hand with it. Maybe like something about the psychology of other people, or maybe something about like a spiritual dynamic of it, whatever you feel called to that way. Should I have a face to face with them on Monday and stand my ground, or ignore them as they've received emails of my unavailability? Should I have face to face with them on Monday and stand my ground? I feel like ignore them. Seven of Swords in reverse, Hierophant reverse. It doesn't matter if you take the high road or if you explain everything thoroughly in the conversation, they're still going to try and Seven of Swords in reverse change what you're saying. It's like whatever you give them, this is like you give it to me, I twist it and I throw it back to you. And then I'm like, what are you talking about? I would say it's better to keep your peace. How does Charlie feel about me and us after our talk? Like Charlie dropped the ball. This is like after the talk, I realized all the things that I could have or should have said. Three of Wands. Maybe I'll say them in the future. It feels like this person's very thrown off by the the aftertaste of it. Almost like more thought went into the aftertaste of the conversation than the conversation itself, if that makes sense. Oh yes, thank you, Linda. Yeah, that is running until what, the end of this month, I think. The If you got the Blueprint of Tarot and you leave a review, you can go to my stand store, and I forget what the giveaway is. But if you go to my stand store, you'll see it. Thank you. Is leaving my morning job what's best for me? Yes. I feel like don't do it until there's a better option, or until, because you were just asking about the other job, right? So maybe getting one main job instead of the two other ones is the goal. So maybe don't leave that yet until you find what that one main job could be. But I feel like it's just kind of standing in your way. Oh, I'm gonna put it on the blueprints on Etsy, but I'm gonna put the other one on Etsy after I get stock. I don't have stock in it yet. Um, but once I do, I'll have it. Do I need to worry about my physical health? It's kind of giving preventative care, like something you could be taking better care of. Or if there's something where you're like, that doesn't feel right, maybe I should go get it looked at, do that. If that's not happening right now, then if and when it does, do that. Because it feels like there's something that if you take care of it, it doesn't turn into a big thing. But it feels like there's preventative care wrapped up in there, like something you need to be doing better for you. Message and a song. Jericho by Inkio. Iniko. I don't know how to say that. Feels like you're about to get some important download. Like when you least expect it, boom, big Phoenix Rising download. So something that ends up creating a ripple effect of change. It's like it turns all the lights on in your crown chakra. I feel like by Christmas time. by Christmas time, you're going to get some kind of big spiritual aha moment that makes you realize why you had to carry a burden, what it was supposed to do, and how to put it down. Is one of my gifts that I see people for who they truly are. I feel like you're close, but I feel like you see people's potential and like the gap in between the potential and who they actually are. Like you see, okay, you're here fighting with yourself. You could become this King of Pentacles, but you're not stepping through the portal. So it's like you see the gap in between, and it feels like people don't really like that much when you do that. When does my grandfather die? He was very sick. We know about your grandfather. If you haven't been given a time frame yet, I feel like you will be given some kind of like medical prognosis on time frame, and I feel like it's within a 5-week frame of that. I don't feel like it's within a 5-week frame of right now per se. I feel like it's a 5-week time frame after. It's like something is tried and it doesn't work, and it's like, or something that is currently working stops working. It's one of them, or doesn't work as well. I feel like it's a 5-week time frame, but you'll know clearly that that's the marker. You'll be like, okay, that's the thing that's not working. That's the marker for the 5 weeks. Oh, you did find it on the UK one? I'll look on Amazon UK and see if I can find it. I think it has to be on there because the blueprint one I sent to Amanda, she's UK. I'll find it and I'll link the UK ones on my thing. Okay, I have to get off in 10 minutes. Let me finish these two. Super chats are going to be closed. 1 second. Did it do it? No, where'd it go? There we go. Okay, last one. Should I search towards Codown? Yes. Why? You feel less on edge there, or more free there, or something? Something along those lines? All right, move down here. Yes, remote viewing is very real. I do believe so. A lot of the videos that I did where it's with the honey badger, that's remote viewing. Me and Mandy have done the remote viewing. I think we have videos of it. We'll have to do some more. Now that Gavin's back in school, I'll be doing more of that kind of stuff again. Trying to see if... One second, I'm still scrolling. Anything for me to know? Anything for me to know? It's like you're about to have some kind of new energy unlocked, but you need to realize why first. It's like it's given to you once you realize what cycle you completed. Because it feels like something has become, it's like become so normalized for you to always be striving that your spirit team is like, hold on, let's appreciate what the striving got us before you get the reward. And the reward is some kind of new energy coming in. But there's a need to recognize what unlocked that, if that makes sense. I'm glad that makes sense, Christine. And don't be mad at yourself, though. Just look at it like, oh, okay, my brain can do cool things. Let me just redirect the cool things that my brain are doing to not cause problems instead. Message and a song from Spirit. No More Tears by Jez Dior. Dior. Oh. This next chapter, you're not going to have to completely deplete yourself just to receive. But you need to let your brain know that and get your brain on board with that so your brain doesn't fight it. Because your brain will say, that's not safe to do that. But it's earned to do that. You've earned the safety of that. Sandy, I did the one a little bit ago. I did two. I don't know if I've seen one since then. Message and a song. Force of Nature by B. Miller. B-E-A. Miller. You're no longer allowing your emotions to fill from other people's energy. You've taken charge of your own cup, and that's allowing you to show up with different effort for yourself. But I feel like there's a need to direct the use of this energy because it feels like at times it comes on so strong that it comes through as anxiety. But if you find intentional ways to space it out, it won't feel as much like anxiety. It'll feel more like spiritual coffee, if that makes sense. Is the information I suspect about my grandfather Antonio the truth? If not, will I ever find out the true answer? I feel like the information that you have is not the totality of the information, but I feel like you have enough information to where your spirit team's like, that's enough to just kind of let the situation go or to let yourself focus elsewhere. Three of Swords in reverse is releasing based off of the data you have so far. So I feel like there's a need to trust that what you're shown is as much as the puzzle that you need to receive, for now at least. My aunt told me I'd be a good tea leaf reader. Is this something I should try? Can you make your own tea leaf? Is that just one thing? That's when things are written on the leaves, right? It brings up some mindset of lack for you. So I don't know if there's some frustration around it, or I don't know if there's some like comparing yourself to others. If you can do it where it doesn't put you in a mindset of lack, I feel like it'll be a good tool, but it needs to be taken slowly. Should my husband stop trying to have a relationship with his 3 kids? It's now going on 2 years and they have shunned him. Should he stop trying? Stop. I feel like it's more so the ball being in their court, but I feel like there's a need for him to kind of release the expectation of things being better right now. It feels like you're saying 3 kids. It feels like there's one of those kids that's kind of the ringleader in this. And that ringleader needs to have some kind of tower moment before they realize that maybe this isn't the best way to approach this situation. It feels like the ball's in their court. Maybe until then, send like holiday hellos and stuff, but then otherwise pull energy back a little bit to help them realize, like, hey, relationships are two-way streets. Message from my friend Retna. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And has she met up with my brother on the other side? Yes. I think she already told you this, though. That kind of feels like she's like, yeah, I told you that. I told you. I showed you. Or something like that. They're both your guardians now. They're both your protectors now. Did one of them like Star Wars or something? Or like, I just got a Star Wars reference with that. Yes, together. I kind of want to word Knight of Swords in reverse as like swapping stories of you to bond. Like maybe they were friendly, but like they mainly knew each other through you is kind of the vibe I'm getting. So it's like exchanging stories of you is kind of the reference that they're giving about how you would imagine them, like telling funny stories about you or something like that. Hold on. A propeller and 55. Boat? Or Star Wars? Would Star Wars have a propeller? I don't know. Message for Shadow. Let's see. Alchemy. You learned how to alchemize some kind of pain. And you need to keep doing that because you're on a new path, but the path is one. You know those things at the airport where you stand on it and it moves you? It's like there's 5 different paths, and you were like, I'm going to take the one that doesn't have the people mover. I'm going to create each step. And then once you got on it, you're like, oh, this is quicksand. So you kind of have to like keep up the go, right? Keep doing that because it's actually making, it's like reigniting all of your alignment. It's not in alignment yet, but you're getting things spinning so you can pull them back into alignment. Oh, it's love to all. Shadow. Okay. My uncle has been on the end of life care since last week. Will he pass this week? Will he pass this week? I feel like the next 2 weeks are very significant. I don't feel like as long as 3 weeks. I feel like you have one more week, though. I almost want to say next week feels more likely. I feel like not as far as 3 weeks, but maybe more than one, maybe in between that 1 and 3. Message and token from Paul. It's a monkey hanging upside down with number 12. It makes me think hanged man. Be mindful of an area of your life where you may be performative. And by performative, I kind of mean like shrinking or dimming or like not stepping out of the comfort zone that you're ready to step out of and allowing yourself to be more seen in some way. I want to reword that. By stepping out and being seen, it's not you performing, it's just you showing up. I feel like projections have made you feel like you being seen is you performing, but it's not the same thing. Can you resend the finance question? I don't know where it would be if I scroll back up. Oh, okay. So they kind of knew each other. Okay, that makes sense. Did I make the right / best move today? Did I make the right / best move today? I make the right best move today. I feel like you made the move that allows for the pivot. So you made the move that's like it's not your final destination, so to speak, but you made the move that you need to make so that the next move is available to be made. Like you couldn't get to the next one. So it's not a final, it's a pivot, but you made the right move for the pivot. Advice for the rest of 2025. Advice for the rest of 2025. Don't allow the water from the oceans of stress to come in and sink your boat. It feels like you're going to be tested in some ways, but it's not test as in you're doing something wrong you need to show you can do right. It's test as in, can you apply what you've learned from previous seasons of your life to these situations? And when you do, you unlock this door. So I would say don't take tests as punishment, but look at them as opportunities to unlock the door. Will my financial situation get better? Will my financial situation get better? It's kind of giving nothing changes until you change something. Like, is it just going to happen that it gets better? No, but is there things that you could say, okay, let me figure out which of these cups to take down and use the light that's in it? Whether it's timing, whether it's cycles that you're stuck in, whether it's shadows that you're allowing to limit you. 9 of Wands is like, imagine this guy standing in between you and the cups. You need to tell him to move and create some kind of ripple effect through that. So I feel like it can, but it requires action. How will my finances be toward the end of 2025? Do about 3 more and then I have to hop off. How will my finances be towards the end of 2025? It feels like you're a little frustrated because it feels like it remains about the same. But it feels like you put effort in for it to be better, but it ends up kind of being about the same and you're frustrated a little bit, but not frustrated because things got worse, just because they didn't necessarily reflect the effort that you put in. It's kind of giving eye of the storm. It's like you're waiting for things to get worse and they're not going to, but it's also a minute. You need to wait for the storm to pass for them to get better too. Like a lull. Oh yeah, you did find them. Okay, good. That's good. I'll find them too and I'll link them in the thing. Thank you. Any messages for me this weekend? I keep forgetting it's Friday because Gavin just started school today, so my brain keeps telling me it's Monday. It's not. That's gonna mess me up all weekend. All right. Don't allow things that don't go the way you initially intended to put you into a state of reactivity, because you'll miss the solution that actually would be better than what the initial plan was. So it's kind of given that quote that's like, just let it roll off your back or something like that. If you can do that twice, you get some kind of benefit for it. All right, last one that I have to hop off. Did Angie imprint on me the second we met in the cat shelter? Four of Cups in reverse is like, wow, I really care about you. Queen of Swords in reverse without words. King of Pentacles. I really care about you without any words. I saw your value. It's giving like soul recognition. Yeah, soul recognition. I would say yes. Okay, everyone. I have to go out to the bus stop and get Gavin. Okay, let's do some announcements. I'm getting back to true crime next week since he's back in school. There are still a couple reading spots open, the 10 minutes for this month. There's a couple of them left. I'm out of Sacred Woundings 1. I'm almost out of the second one. They'll be in probably the end of the month, beginning of next month. If you ordered Echoes of the Unsolved, they are both on the way to me, the regular and the mini. Hopefully within a couple days, they'll be here. Bethany's Mediumship Journal is out, for those who are not aware. It goes well with the Afterlife Outbox, but you do not need it. You can use a tarot deck. I did post a video showing how to use this. I'm not going to go over it now, but I posted a video. You'll see. And then Blueprint of Tarot is out as well. The giveaway for the Blueprint of Tarot is the same as, I think, is the same as the Blueprint giveaway. You just have to leave a review and then go to Stan Store and do the same little form thing. It says about it on there, I'm pretty sure. That's all. My brain just stopped. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. I will see you all. I think I'm going to come back. My goal is to get a true crime video up on Monday. So I'm going to go look at that list where you all told me what you wanted and then pick something and do that. So I will see you all soon.